Tuesdays and Thursdays rather than the cycle day. We also would like to have break in the outdoor theater once every 4 breaks. So that's going to start this Thursday. So we will be out in the outdoor theater this year every other Thursday. Okay, and I'm sure that there will be a schedule that you'll be able to send out so that everybody can see that. But every other Thursday, we'll be out in the outdoor theater, so that will start this Thursday. All right, thanks.
Student Council will have some fun activities for everyone during break. So, health and fitness. So you may have seen my email yesterday. It was also in the overview of the week that health and fitness starts next Monday. So that's next Monday, 26th. So the graduation requirement is for every student. You have to do 2 out of 3 seasons of either a sport or a health and fitness, okay? You can take a season off. You can do 1 sport and a health and fitness, 2 sports, 2 health and fitnesses, but you gotta do something for 2 out of the 3 seasons. Now that we have a fall play and a spring musical, those can count, right? Because you're really active and engaged during those times. But if you're not doing fall play, spring musical, a sport, you got to do a health and fitness. So then, for health and fitness, you got to fill that form out, even if you're going to take the season off. Okay, so if you're taking the season off, you still got to let me know this is going to be your one and only season that you take off this year. Okay, so fill out that form. So if you're playing a sport, you don't have to fill out the form. But if you're taking a season off, if you're going to do, I'll add theater on there. I'll add that fall play on there. Those auditions are next week, I believe. So you'll find out more after next week. Okay? I think that was my, yeah, so. Okay. Yeah, question?
If we don't get into the play, but we want to do tech, do you have to take health and fitness, or does tech count?
So I think if you want to, so if you're interested in doing fall play, why don't you wait till your role is solidified? Because sometimes Mr. Williams will say, yeah, you can be involved, but it's like once every month. And so you still need to do something. So wait till that role is solidified, and then we can put you in a health and fitness. Okay? All right. So that's health and fitness. Lunch. So, okay, so Tuesday, we have lunch trucks Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We don't have lunch trucks on Tuesday. Tuesdays are reserved for pizza sales or other food sales that classes, clubs, or teams want to do. So if you want to have a if you're a class, a club, or a team, and you want to have a fundraiser, you have to reserve that Tuesday. So you have to email or talk to Ms. Stanishenko about reserving that Tuesday as your pizza sale day. And then she'll add it to the calendar so that we know and that everyone can see it. I'll put it in overview of the week so that you know what's going on Tuesdays, okay? So if you want to do a fundraiser for lunch on Tuesdays, just let Ms. D know. Today, since no one claimed today we'll do a pizza sale. So we'll have pepperoni and cheese pizza out there for a couple dollars a slice. So that's today. Also lunch. So we know that the yellow jackets are still out. So that's been pretty brutal. Hopefully those will die down pretty soon. And literally die soon. So I know it's been challenging eating outside. So there are places to eat inside the student center. You can go to a classroom or the learning center right now to eat. Normally we don't allow food in the learning center, but we'll let you eat there while these yellow jackets are up. Just please clean up after yourself. And that includes student center too. So we now have a bigger trash can in the student center, so you shouldn't leave any mess anywhere. including the commons. So last week, for a few days, there was a lot of food left out in the commons, and the Yellow Jackets were swarming. We actually had to, I don't think anyone got stung, but it was a pain kind of getting rid of the food. So there are trash cans everywhere out there. Please clean up after yourselves, because we don't want the Yellow Jackets to get worse or sting anyone, including me. Food is not allowed in the library, okay? There's just too many things that spillages could get on, so you should not be eating in the library, but if you clean up after yourselves, you can go to a classroom, you can go to the learning center, you can go to the student center. Please don't go to your cars, okay? So as we explained, the parking lot is off limits during the day. You should not be going to your car during the day, and you should not be eating in your cars, okay? Thank you. Okay, so class officers. So I mentioned last week that we have upcoming class officer elections. And so I said, if you're interested, be thinking about it. You can talk to your friends, you can talk to your parents, you can talk to your class dean. So today in class meetings, after break, your class team will talk a little bit about class officer elections. I want to kind of go over the deal so that you sort of understand going into it. They can answer any questions you have. Girls? Thanks. So I'm going to go through some slides. And again, if you have questions, let your class team know because they're going to talk about it today. Okay, so we restructured student government a little bit. So if you were here last year, you know we restructured Executive Student Council a little bit. So we reduced the number of Executive Student Council members, and we sort of increased the responsibilities of each of those Executive Student Council members. That was sort of the idea was to make that more meaningful and more effective and even efficient. So that's what we did with the Executive Student Council. Now class officers are going to follow sort of the same layout or same structure. So we also have, and we'll be announcing these soon, we're working with Executive Student Council right now on these student advisory committees. So there'll be maybe 4 or 5, so there'll be more opportunities for you all to play a role in some decisions and decision making. So we'll announce that soon, and if you have an interest in those student advisory committees, you can get involved there. So we have, for class officers, we have 5 positions, just like Executive Student Council. Okay, we have a president, vice president, a combined secretary-treasurer, and then we have 2 class officers, right? So we used to call this student, if you've been here before, we used to call it student activities coordinators or something like that. And so now, everyone on the team is designing and creating activities, okay? So it's not just left to a couple of people. Everyone should be working on designing, creating cool events and activities. So the president and the vice president will represent your grade level at what we call student council meetings, which includes the executive student council and all presidents and vice presidents of every grade level. Okay, those take place on A club days. So that counts as one of your clubs. So if you're executive student council or a president or vice president of your class, that counts as one of your clubs. So that will take place on A clubs day. So then if you're president, vice president, you'll work with your class dean on developing an agenda for some of the meetings, class meetings that you'll be leading. You'll sometimes meet with class officers and your class dean. So you'll work with your class dean on developing that agenda for those meetings. And then you'll be the one sort of managing communications about events and activities for your class. Okay, so that's the role of the president. And vice president really is similar. I think you can think of president and vice president sort of working hand in hand to do those things, and then representing the class at those student council meetings. Okay. Secretary Treasurer is what it sounds like. So you'll be taking notes and distributing those. So in the past, maybe the secretary hasn't always taken notes or hasn't always distributed those. We're going to really work on that this year. It's really important for communication and kind of understanding what's been going on. So So you'll assist the president with managing those communications and other surveys of your class. And then you'll also oversee finances of your class. So junior class, for example, you do a lot of pizza sales typically, so you can raise money for the prom. So you will manage a lot of money. Maybe other grade levels won't be managing as much money, but you can still come up with ideas for fundraisers and how to use that, how to use those funds. And then we'll have 2 class officers per grade level. And so, here's, you're helping design, think about, set up, break down, involve people in class activities and class meetings. One of the things that we've had in the past are technology officers, tech officers. So it would be good if you did know some technology. So if your grade level, if your event, if your activity did need to include technology, you could help with that. So again, everyone needs to be on the same page in terms of organizing events and activities for your grade level, and that's what these 2 do. Okay, so process. So by this Wednesday, so think about it, by this Wednesday, you need to go to your class dean to talk to them about running for a position. So you can let them know what you're interested in running for. They can talk to you a little bit about it. They can guide you a little bit. So you need, by Wednesday end of the day, go to your class dean and talk to them. Then by this Friday, end of the day Friday, you need to send your class dean a draft of your speech. So these speeches should focus on why you're qualified to run for that position, what you plan to do, what you plan to accomplish during your term, why students should vote for you. 2 minutes. And then next week, on Tuesday, we'll have speeches and elections. So here's where it gets a little different for 8th and 9th. So we want to give 8th and 9th grades a little bit longer to understand the culture of York, to understand what student council and student government does, to get to know each other. So this is the plan for 10th, 11th, and 12th. And then if you're an 8th or 9th grader, your class deans will talk to you today about shifting this about 2 weeks. And then if you're an 8th grade, Mr. R will talk to you about a little bit different tweak on this to give everyone opportunities to be a part of student government. So this timeline is for 10th, 11th, and 12th. And if you're an 8th and 9th, your class deans will talk to you about that timeline. Okay? I think that's it. So we really want to encourage you to be involved in student government. We want to make sure that this is a really meaningful experience and you're doing things that are really worthwhile. So this is the reason for kind of a new structure and organization for student council, and we hope you like it. If you have any questions, you can see me, you can talk to your class dean, you can see Ms. Danishenko, and good luck. Okay, thanks.
So just try something new. I'm sure you guys will love it. And the committees will be fun, so please look forward to those. So now we're going to be hearing from Ms. D and Mr. Williams about club and experiential learning.
Hi everyone. So we are here to talk about clubs and experiential learning. Those programs look a little bit different this year, and the point of that is really to maximize your free time. You can build your college resumes, and you can have some really wonderful experiences. So last week I sent out a club and experiential learning catalog. Hopefully everybody's had a chance to look at that. The reason you need to look that over is because every student will be participating in 2 clubs this year. 2. I like that. I do recognize that I'm new, and I might not know everything, and you may have started working on a club last year, and I just missed it. So if you would like to start a club that's not included in that catalog, please send me an email, come meet with me, and the deadline to do that is tomorrow.
Good. first day here at the chapel, but it's kind of a glow up of Flex that we did last year. If you weren't here, disregard that, but it's an exciting opportunity for you guys to do some new cool things here on campus. So make sure you check out that catalog. That's going to be almost every Friday. For about an hour where we'll meet together, you'll learn about that topic, you'll work with some of our faculty, and then some of them are going to be taught from folks from outside in our community. So we're really excited to kind of bring new people here on campus and to give you some opportunities to try something new. So think of it as a way to dip your toes into a new subject, possibly a passion of yours. Maybe it's something you've never done before. I would really push you to think about trying something new and seeing if you're interested in it. You'll meet about 9 times throughout the semester, so it's not a huge commitment on your end. It is mandatory. Everyone's going to pick something. You'll have 2 options. You'll pick a first choice and then a second choice. And we're going to try to make sure everyone gets their first choice, but we'll have to make sure that all the numbers work. So you'll get, so think of 2 things that you would be willing and excited to do. Then as you experience this together, I am going to start building out the spring semester version of this. Some of them we will do again, so like newspaper. We're going to have newspaper the whole year long. We're going to have yearbook the whole year long. Some of these will only be fall semester. So if you have ideas, if you have folks in the community that you know that could bring and come and do a class, come and talk to me. I would love to connect with others in the community in different ways. A lot of these experiential learning opportunities are from the passions of your faculty members, which I love. They're really excited to share those passions with you, maybe do something a little different than outside of their class. Maybe it is connected there, but it's something that they might not have time to do in class. So if you have any questions, come and see me. But the biggest thing is to check out the catalog so that you know what the offerings are. And then next week, Thursday, we are going to have an opportunity where we're going to talk about all those things. We're going to have a club fair, and then you'll be able to sign up. Okay? So again, if you have any questions, reach out to us about that. We're really excited to push both of these new opportunities for you guys for this school year. So thanks.
Thank you.
Alright, so now we're going to hear from Hawkwalk, Jay Trevor Benito with some exciting club news.
Hello guys, we're the leaders of Kapwa Club. It's basically a Filipino culture club. Kapwa means shared identity in Tagalog, so that's the name.
Trevor and I are the co-leaders of the club, and just G-chat us if you want to join or talk about the program.
And then we kind of do Filipino community announcements. So there's this really cool event happening on Sunday. It's happening in Monterey. It's an adobo cook-off. If you haven't heard what adobo is, it's like a Filipino stew. So it's if you've ever been to a chili cook-off, but for adobo. It's really cool. Again, G-chat us if you're interested. We can send you more info.
So as you know, we had our pep rally last Friday, and now we're going to be announcing the standings so far. So please have a drum roll. Our first place. First place we have council. So if you want class points, please show up. It's